Hello and welcome to the second edition of Alan Wake. We are playing chapter 2 today. We're gonna finish it. I'm sorry that I was a little bit late and had to wait a little longer than normal, just because I forgot to switch my Xbox back to English. Yeah, that is a bit of a dumb move, so we had to wait for it to boot up again. Because if your system is in German, the game is in German. That's fucking rubbish. But yeah. I hope you guys are as excited as me. So, continue game. I'm gonna grab me a drink so you can watch this before the hen.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm
So,
home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
we're back in Ellen's home. So just remember, the game is 8 years old. There's no updates or anything.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Okay. That seems to be Ellen's home. The sound of the door is the same one as in Max Payne, I think. It's a nice home, new flat screen TV. Very modern.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No
Alright.
kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly. These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan!
Alex Casey, the things I want, the fall of Casey.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Switchbox.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
All good.
I'm sorry. It just really spooked.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge.
That's the voice of Max Payne.
With me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Oh, that sounds like Max
True
Payne
what they
died.
say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
So that's what happened to Max Payne,
Don't
I guess.
worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Brilliant.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you
All right.
get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
I don't believe that. So,
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh,
No.
it doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
we're not really into water, I guess.
Thank you for testing the lights, Mr. Stark. Everything
Richard Ball, Bruce Stansky, Jacob Miller.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
So everyone's we don't want to go to the sheriff just yet. I want to check
Mr.
out the
Wake,
police station.
The sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from. Alice was missing.
She's a
I
little
needed
obsessed
help
with
to find her.
maintaining the light bulb.
I wasn't ready to
The
leave.
whole town refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
I guess it's just a guess, but the crazy lady knows more than we do.
Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
So Stucky's still missing. That's the one we're fighting in our first boss
Alice
fight.
looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Okay, we're coming. Missing cats. Aye, aye, aye.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's
Hello.
on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Oh, thanks.
Have
That's
you
nice
started
of you.
looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
Probably.
Excuse me. I need to take this.
Unknown caller.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left
Okay.
a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's
Mr.
Peak.
Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there
Hey,
through
can
the
you
dark
turn the
corridor.
light? The light's on. The deputies, they don't understand. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops.
He
they
seems to be
got
pretty
it
drunk.
all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No,
Okay.
sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was.
Okay, space
It
alien.
was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Okay, that sounds not good. Because the writer is Alan Wake,
The
so...
early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for you to sign off. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired up. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Okay. Some weird stuff is going on. Maybe they were fighting shadows. I guess so. And kick. Whoa. That's a mighty kick. What's gonna happen to
The
us?
kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
That's kinda mean, knowing what's gonna happen, but
Alice's
you can't
driver's
really avoid
license
it.
had been placed in the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Exit the sheriff's station. Alright. I hope no one has seen us. They might have a few questions then. Why are we just gonna leave and pretend everything's normal? Yep.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
We're gonna save her, so we're gonna change the story.
Just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed.
Tor and Odin, that's a weird name combination.
Progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey,
oh my
nobody
God.
move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
That's a weird dress up he's having in there.
Paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Long jacket,
I had
shorts,
to talk to
what
someone.
the fuck?
I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Oh,
Great.
God, Rose
I was
again.
just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Bye.
Who's Max?
I got
What an
no
airhead.
fucking clue.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Looks like a museum.
And she was very helpful when I was looking for you.
That's closed. It's a nice place though. I would
Seriously,
vacation
Al,
there.
What you were saying in the car, just listen to yourself.
Would you guys vacation there?
You shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller.
He doesn't believe us.
But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
That's a nice saying. Buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm. Never heard
there,
that
boy.
before.
I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually,
We've
I'm
seen
sorry
this
about
dog
this.
in the night
Would you
before.
mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those
Why not?
situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife.
Hi,
and
Robin.
It's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing is... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
That's a sexy look, isn't it? Any ladies in the house? Isn't that the look for the guy of your dreams? I call it the berry.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Mac. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
We probably killed them a couple of times already.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You
That's what
hear that from
happened.
people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here.
Fair enough.
Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
As annoying Barry might be, we need him at the moment. Not many friends here.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Great.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you. What?
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission. You want to know where you can shove that flashlight?
No.
Lock the door when I leave.
You should really do that, Barry. If you want to live, lock the doors. A few batteries. We should leave on the light. We all know what happens in the darkness. Okay, this one's broken. It's lying on the table here. Some kind of book. So let's head out there. Let's save our wife. Some kidnapper has her, and we're gonna fuck this kidnapper up.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Lock the door now.
Very well. I would have bet there's something in there, or something in our backyard. Dark is not good in this game. Trust me on this. You want to avoid every dark corner. We totally should avoid every dark corner if we don't want to die. There's still some kind of moonlight, so we are fine at the moment. Pick a manuscript page.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
It's absolutely awesome. What's kind of cool is the pacing. So we had a slower bit, now we're getting into a faster bit. With shooting and everything.
I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
And the manuscript pages are just mean, in my opinion. You know what's gonna happen and you can't do anything. Absolutely anything against it, so... The joke's on us. Some kind of...
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
A little bit of ammunition. Haha.
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Eating pie is also my kind of exercise.
You're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like...
What the fuck was that? So let's head down into the darkness. That's a lovely place to vacate, as long there is no... Oh, Holy fuck. American Nightmare was awesome. You should totally do that. Had a great story and an even better soundtrack, so. And it concluded the story of Alan Wake. So if you haven't played it, you don't know how it really ends. Okay, I try to avoid spoilers as good as I can. That's not that easy. Oh. So. Another creepy story. There's blood on the floor.
The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish. Especially in Night Springs.
The first story was like really creepy, the guy who shot his own head.
The man in the mirror.
Reminds me a little bit of Mirrors, the movie.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it.
That's a good answer.
Down there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh,
what?
How about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
That's like a horror movie playing there.
Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Creepy, creepy shit. No, it aged so well. Just look at that. Could never tell, it's 10 years nearly old. Okay, I lied, 8 years, but yeah. I'm glad no one's calling. That would freak me out. Do not feed wildlife. Ah, manuscript page. Lovely. They have even ended the story of Max Payne in this, so...
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
For me, it's one of the best games you can play, and you should have played. Also, the American Nightmare update was expansion was so fucking good.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Not all, but most of them. I finished it once, so I got most of the pages. So I got most of them by now. But they freak me out, the pages, that's the problem. They really, really freak me out.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
We're coming!
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
I'm coming, Rusty! I was sprinting there, sprinting.
Anybody? Help me!
I'm there, Rusty.
Help me!
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way.
Ugh.
Felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
We're coming, Rusty. We are coming.
Hello?
That's the stuff that was in there before.
I'm back here! Hey, please help me!
What the hell?
I'm here! I'm hurt! I can't move!
There was a desk here before.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
So his legs probably looks pretty gross.
Couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what
Fucking hell. That's not the way a leg is supposed to look.
Shh. Good boy.
Oh my, oh my. Oh. I'm so sorry. Poor Rusty.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Poor, poor guy. Seems to be a nice guy though. He didn't deserve that. He was helping a fucked up dog, so... That's it in there. There's a manuscript page, but let's look around first.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Okay, we're gonna survive that. That's a good thing to hear. Love it. So, more ammunition and batteries.
I was too late.
Okay.
Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
I'm coming, Rusty.
Rusty! Rusty!
I'm coming.
The ground was covered with
Fuck.
liquid darkness.
just need hunting licenses.
Shit. I really wanted to save Rusty. Wish I could. Bit shit on the floor. Never mind. Leave it there. Rusty? Oh no.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
The dogs also go.
Don't feed the animals.
Uh-oh. Rusty?
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. The park ranger's instructions at all times.
Oh no.
Rusty, no!
Never. 100 yards. 2 bears and wolves. Never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed at all times. Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any.
Okay, we got him. So sorry, Rusty. Okay, we got him. So we know, yeah, more ammunition. Maybe some batteries too? No. Oh god, oh god. Let's hurry out here. I'm not feeling... What the fuck's going on? I don't think that's a normal kidnapping. I got a feeling. So... I'm coming. I'm coming.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Was that sarcasm?
You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Alice! Oh, we should drink some beers. Would make it easier, I guess. What a lovely place, though.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Oh god. Poor Rusty. Indestructible beer. Well, that's where we came from. We are running in circles. God damn. Totally not sponsored by Duracell. Just waiting for the Duracell bunny to jump around. Okay. Lover's Peak.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Where are we heading? Okay, there's some kind of secret down here. That's what the yellow things tell us. Moonshine Cave. This cave was the site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger. Okay. There should be some kind of alcohol somewhere around here. Where is the alcohol? Okay, there's a shotgun. How do we get up there? Okay, that's the way. That's the ticket. Okay, 2 shots for a shotgun is better than nothing. Some batteries. As a Doom, I know how much a shotgun is worth. Well, let's get out of here. Creepy fucking shit. Of course, the light's going out when I'm coming. Oh, that's not good. Fuck off. Okay, we got him. That was a close call though. But I really want to see what's going on there. Where did they come from? Somewhere, you know, off the woods. Nothing here. Probably best to go on. Maybe I should have taken the shotgun though. You never know. I have played the Alone in the Dark 2000 and something game, but it was shit, sadly. I even got the collector's edition of it. But it sadly still was shit. There's something lying there. I got a feeling something's following us.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Where are you, you bastard? Show yourself. The really old one, the DOS game you're talking about, right? Set up there. There's a light, maybe we can heal ourselves. That would be very much appreciated. Alright. Shotgun. Shotgun ammo. So, you hell fuckers. Show yourself. I'm ready for you. I hope. I think. No touching. Another one. I think we should be fine for now. Yeah, true. They had a few neat ideas, but nothing really worked. Oh, that was a close call. Whoa, that was close. So many enemies. So, where do we need to go? You fuck off. Thank God there's a little bit of auto aiming in there. Just have to be close to them. That reminds me a little bit of the Ash versus Evil Dead Deadites, the dead mean versions of the people in here. God, oh God, oh God. Let's just rush over the bridge. Please stay on, light. I don't appreciate you leaving me.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries.
We need to find this one.
Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Who the fuck access old school telephones? I got a mobile phone. So we need to find that. Probably up here somewhere. Uh-oh. Fuck are those? I think I missed the first one. Stop throwing shit at me. God damn it! So, where are the supplies? We are supposed to go to Lover's Peak, so we do the absolute opposite of it and walk somewhere around in the woods. I read something about a supply crate, and I really wanted it, but I can't fucking remember where it was placed. Nothing here. Oh Lord. That's always a bad sign if you don't even remember about the endings. Where is the fucking supply crate? If you can see it and I'm just blind, let me know. Let's head on then. Uh-oh. A free manuscript page is always a bad sign.
Didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
So Agent Nightingale is gonna hunt us. Great. Fills me with joy. Nothing's hunting us at the moment. Tend to freak me out, but okay. Oh shit, it's gonna squash us. Oh my god. Oh fucking hell. In real life I would have puked all over the place because I'm fucking scared of heights. Thanks.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
Thanks, mate.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper.
Come on, Wake! You better keep up. Hear that? It's them.
Whoa. There's no hurries, mate. You're a lousy shot, man. Fucking hell, you scared me. Shoot him!
Lover's Peak, right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Pull 'em off there.
Give me the fucking gun, you idiot! Right. Fucking lovely.
A little longer. Scare them off.
That's what I'm trying to do, you moron.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us. Just a little longer. I almost got it. Okay, it's over. Move it or lose it.
Whoa, that was close. Real talk, I don't care if you die.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
No shit.
This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
Shoot him! You lousy bastard. What the fuck are you shooting at? He's having way too much fun. You creepy bastard. Something's coming. Yeah, sure. Piece of cake. My ass. Oh, that's the big one. I saved you, fucker. Now give me the fucking gun. You're not worthy of it. Why aren't you shooting the one without any shield? God damn.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
That was a smart move. Smart move, Wake. Smart move.
You're gonna give me the manuscript, or you'll be sorry.
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
We're gonna get you, mate.
Had Alice. And he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Oh my fucking goodness. So I'm scared of heights. So that's totally my thing. Whoa, doing stuff like that. Fun fucking tastic.
What the hell?
Rusty warned me about these traps. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
Oh, got him. Should have been clear, but I'm a fucking idiot sometimes. To be honest, most of the time, but please don't tell anyone. Take a breather, Ellen. Need you calm, cool, and collected. Damn it. Fuck off. Didn't see this one. Alright, you can shoot them, that's good. Makes dodging it way easier. The thing is, the manuscripts also blink white, so... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Whoa! Only a trap, all good. All good. Nothing happened. Just scared me. All good. That's some mean shit going on. Don't leave the track. Just walk on. Nothing's happening here. All is good. So we need to get over there. I hope no one's planted a trap on this. That would suck. Make it through the woods. Oh, lovely. We are having a lovely fucking time in here. Anyone else? Yourself, you bastard. We still have the shotgun though. Where would we? We should make a move, I guess. So many fucking enemies in here. I could remember little tiny bits of this. Still freaks me out. Someone's following me. I can hear steps. Knew it, you fucker. Was he just walking through the flare? Let's get rid of the smaller ones and then get rid of the big one. Okay, we got the big one. Batteries, revolver ammo. Let's start this thing here. Lights! That's good. The baddies could have done this for us. Oh, what, you two? Sorry, just... I was just a little bit focused on not dying.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Fuck me. I don't want to hear a chainsaw, to be honest. Can we pretend that's not happening? Thanks. Chainsaws remember me of Resident Evil. Me neither. I can't remember everything. So I just got a little bit scared there. I can remember bits and bobs of the game.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Not only your spine, Alan. My spine shivers too. Holy crap, that doesn't look good. There's this black shit on it again. That's a shit idea. Alright. I see. There was an arrow showing me the way up here, I think. So the arrow is going this way. What way from here? Any idea where the secret is? The arrow should have told us. I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. It tricked us. No! No, don't fall, you fucking idiot. That's not nice of you. So we made it up to the top of the plane. But there's nothing. But I can hear something. Which freaks me out. There's some kind of light down there, so maybe we should head down there. Light is always good, so let's just run through the woods. There's a flare. That's not so good. Means there's something waiting for us here. I can hear steps following me. Ooh, fucker. Oh, there's only one left. Where are you? No running. Running is permitted here. But I hear you, you little fucker. Let's head on. Guess the living shit out of me. Come on, start you fucking thing. Sounds a little bit like a lawnmower. Lawnmower. Let's head to the next light. I don't care what's following me. I don't care. There's nothing following me. All good. Just run, Ellen. I don't care about pages at the moment. This bit freaks me out way too much. Feeling like I'm followed all of the time. Not in the face. Okay, we got him. Fantastic. Fucking fantastic. That looks inviting. Not as if it could fall down or something. Shit. All good, all good. We survived. It didn't even fall down. Great. Well, we took a hell of a damage. There's a little bit of ammunition there. Everything is squeaking. That's not good, is it? Dear Mr. Wake. You shouldn't be here.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
I'm not sure those two officers are still alive, like really alive. Not dead-eyed alive. Whoops.
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Okay, they're attacking Barry. I don't like that. Leave my friend alone, you morons. Uh-oh. Getting flares. I can see a sign in that. So where are we supposed to go now? I wouldn't feel safe in here. Everything's odd. Maybe we should get out of here. It's falling apart. I'll make you a widow. Whoa, one shot. Nice. Well, let's reload the gun though. Don't have anything to reload. That's bad. Oh, we can reload it. Nice. Let's reload it. No, I'm not scared. Not at all. That's all just normal day in the office for me.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
God, oh God. Normal day in the life of Alan Wake. Let's go with the small gun. I guess for the smaller enemies it's wise to use the small gun. Just use it for the big enemies that take a couple of shots normally. Flying rats. Okay, we got enough ammunition. Nothing here. So some of the secrets I'm basically checking out had secrets in them, but it's my second playthrough, so all the fucking hell. All the bottles, the coffee cans are still saved. Don't block my bullets, you fucker. Okay, we got him. So, it's really quiet today. You guys seem so focused on the game. That's a good sign for the game. I'm talking a little bit less than normal too, because I'm so focused on not dying and not screaming around like a little girl. That's what I normally tend to do when playing horror games. I think we're back. Oh no. That's where we heard the chainsaw. Fuck off with your chainsaw, I'm telling you. Okay, we got the big one with the chainsaw already. Thank God I saved the ammunition for this. I think we survived. So now let's rescue Barry. Hi Shivi. You're kinda late. Yes, I read your text. But still, you're kinda late. But we must be nearly through chapter 2. Elderwood National Park.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
All good.
Crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Yeah, I have gone all Hitchcock on me.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
All good, Chibi, all good. There's a car. Gas tanks.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
A big bonus. Pick up manuscript page.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it. But it felt all wrong. Call it instinct. His posture. The way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
That doesn't... Oh god. Bathrooms in video games, in horror games especially. I fucking hate them. Yeah, we play a chapter a day. So chapter 1 is already online and open for revisiting.
Key to the garage.
Chapter 2 is nearly done today. The cool thing about this is when you're playing it, so let's head to the toilet.
I needed the garage key to get to the car.
It's like a TV show, so when you're done.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
So if someone really wants us to write the fucking story. Whoa! Ah! Run, 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 run. La 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 la. There's no one around. There's no one following me. Where the fuck has he gone? There's really no one. Oh my god. Run! I don't care, I just want to leave. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta drive myself? I don't fucking care about any of you guys. Another car. flashlights. So many broken down vehicles. So many following us. So you fuckers. 1, 2, 3, good night. Turn to Barry. I'm saving you, Barry. I promise it. I'll do that. Where's this heading to? Isn't that the way we came from? I'm not sure. Never mind. We got no time to waste. Totally not sponsored by Ford. Oh, that's where our friend died. Supposed to go there then. Where are we supposed to go? Maybe through there. No. I can feel a dark presence. Wait. Gotcha. I mean, oh no. Yes, the cars can brake, so you can see. Barry?
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
That's true. You know what? Let's try it out. Boom! Alright. We need to save Barry quickly. Checkpoint reach, Barry.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, yes, I get
Holy
it.
fuck. There must be bird poo all over the place.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
That's quite a lot, birds. City boy toy.
Ow! Ow! I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird.
I know. Fuck off, birds. And don't you dare to attack me. Something right there. Safe back here. Ah, fuck you, birds. You know what, birds? Attack me one more time and I'll fuck you up bad. I try. Yep, that was effective. Fucking birds. Go away. I don't want bird poo on my jacket. You can't shoot the fucking birds. Just can't stick them away. I hate birds. They always pull on my car.
Barry, you can open the door now. They're gone.
Oh, true. Barry, I'm there.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I would have thought that too.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in
Did
less
you know
than an
it?
hour. See you soon.
She doesn't sound healthy.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
Oh, you bitch. That's it for this week, my friends. I leave the song to you because the soundtrack of this is fucking fantastic. Most of them I bought, or did I buy the audio? I had it on the collector's edition. So. But the soundtrack is fantastic. So that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see you next Wednesday, same time, 9 p.m. GMT +1. Enjoy the song. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Anything you want to add, just write it down.